joined by four more B-36 pilots. Louis Sanders, Harry Brown, Gordon Stewart, and no flight. Right now, in the center is our B-36 Hawk. They took off and they engaged the attacking Japanese and managed to shoot down a few of their Zeros, Vals, and Kates. The number of enemy aircraft were incredibly overwhelming. Meanwhile, elsewhere on the island, Kenneth Taylor and George Rose were just returning from an all-night dinner, dance, and poker party. These brave pilots still in their formal vest clothes, thanks to a couple of P-40 Warhawks, they got them filled and armed and took off. They quickly found themselves in the middle of a real battle. These two pilots piloted the Japanese close to Pearl Harbor and Pickett Field and engaged the Zeros, Vals, and Kates from their 30 caliber machine guns. However, they quickly ran out of ammunition. Luckily, they were able to land at Wheelerville, which is near the center of the island. They refueled and reloaded with 30 caliber ammo and took off once again to fight the Japanese. The two pilots are credited with downing a total of 6 Japanese warplanes before their own planes were disabled. Both pilots received a Distinguished Service Cross for their actions that infamous day. A total of 502 U.S. airplanes were on the ground at the beginning attack. Sadly, just 155 of our aircraft lay on the ground in various stages of disrepair. Right now, friends, here is a Japanese Zero. Incoming from your right is a K torpedo bomber. The first wave of 189 Japanese Zeros, Vals, and Kates hammered away for almost an hour. They came to second wave of an additional 170. We continued to straight bombing and dropping the torpedoes for yet another 70 minutes. Yes, that's a total of 360 enemy warplanes. As the attack proceeded up Pearl Harbor and Pickett Field, the devastation was horrifying. Tora! 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 On the eastern edge of Ford Island, in the center of the harbor, 9 battleships lay at berth. The California, Oklahoma, West Virginia, Tennessee, Maryland, Nevada, Pennsylvania, Utah, and the Arizona. Our 3 Pacific aircraft carriers were out at sea. First, the Japanese hit with K torpedo bombers. The initial wave of Kates hit 5 of our battleships. The Oklahoma, California, Nevada, West Virginia, and the Utah. These Kates were specially equipped with shallow-running torpedoes, specifically designed for the attack on Pearl Harbor. You see, the shallow waters at Pearl Harbor would not allow the use of normal running deep torpedoes. Which leaves no question that this was a well-thought-out plan and not a surprise attack. They came to Allied bombers armed with 1,700 pounds of armor-busting projectiles, originally made for 16-inch battleship guns, but were converted to aerial bombs. These planes dived down onto the Nevada and the Arizona. Anti-aircraft fire veered the Vals away from the Nevada on the first wave, but unfortunately, Arizona was not that lucky. A bomb from a K torpedo bomber scanned the Arizona through her forward magazine and exploded more than a Sailors on the Nevada watched in horror as the Arizona jumped 20 feet in the air and broke in two, forever entrapping 1,178 American servicemen. And underwater too. The ship sank close to 300 feet. And still today, she remains at the bottom of the harbor, the watery grave, crying black tears as a reminder to all of those who lost their lives. At Marine Corps Air Station Hawaii, Private First Class Melvin Thompson was on guard duty when 9 Zeros attacked the base. He stepped out of his guard shack. He drew his 45 race into